Are we working? Okay. I think we are good to go, chat. Sorry, chat. What the fuck am I saying, chat? Am I stupid? Um, hello, hello, hello. Alright. Oh, okay. I don't know if my PNG thing doesn't pop up and start talking, I don't know why. Alright, but welcome guys to playoff pick'ems. Now to recap what happened for these pick'ems, I squandered them completely. They were completely messed up. Outside of this, I think I guess would be group A. A lot of stuff happened. I think Sen looked like they were about to go out in like 4 games, but then FPX pulled out a comp that I didn't really like. Pulled out comps I didn't even like at all. Especially no duels on Lotus kind of messed up. But Group A, nothing much to talk about, right? I think this was kind of the feeling. Honestly, I did say how like I think Crew Fnatic were very coin flippy, but I did not think DRX would absolutely smoke Fnatic in their matchup. So I guess I'll give myself some credit for getting this group right. Group B is a complete mess up outside of Team Heretics. Team Heretics got first over Gen G. As I said already, right, Sen looked like they were about to probably go out in 4 games, but it was FPX. I think FPX just ended up not playing correctly against Sen. There's that, and then Sen actually started playing the comps they know how to play. Because I've seen a lot of things on like Twitter being like, hey, Deadlock Cypher is so bad on these maps, I don't know if you guys keep trying it, but I think it's mostly because teams don't know how to play it. And the team that played it really well, right, Dark Zero, I think that's currently disbanded, but they're Dark Zero Turtle Troops. They knew how to play that comp to a really good level, and I still think Deadlock Cypher is still really good, but you have to have enough practice on it, and I don't think Sen had that to keep on going with that. I get he wants to try something different, right, but comfort over everything works a lot well, and I think it fits it better, and I also think maybe you do John Cutie Cypher and Celsius Deadlock. I feel like that looks a lot better compared to the other way around, where Celsius plays a Cypher. I think John Cutie's a better Cypher, and I think Celsius can just play any role possible for Sen. So it's kind of unsaid for getting out of the group stage. I think it's really sad for this group, no matter who gets out, right? FPX and Gen got out, so there's no back-to-back Gen G champions. Group C was the shocker of the entire group stage. I had Trace going out 4th. I knew they were good, but I didn't think they were first place good. I think I have to owe it to Kai and Fong Fong, who played really well in just in general on Trace. And I think overall Trace just looked like a really good Chinese team. So yeah, and then Lev, I'm very shocked at how they played against Trace, but I mean, if Trace was going out first, I at least guarantee something here, right? Talon played shockingly not as great. I think they had good looks. It's just a matter of time before these guys actually have like a chance to like literally play against any of these teams. Other than that, I think this is an interesting group ending for Group C. Lev getting out 2nd, Trace getting out 1st. I get points for the Lev pick, and I get points for your Sen pick. I get these 2 points right. I do wish they did it so that like even like the people you get eliminated also still count for points too, like how they did it for this part 2 and correcting advance. Group D, well, as I think my number 1, number 4 is always correct, but I always knew that this would be 50-50 between PRX and EDG. PRX, I think, are just losing to the map pool. They don't have a good map pool right now. They have like 1 or 2 good maps, and then they showed good maps, but be all end all, you only get like 2 maps max to show how good you are. I think the way to fix this is they just needed like a guaranteed Sentinel player, and they win like a lot more often. Because I think they showed that they do have the discipline, they do have like the strength to play really well, but EDG just look a lot better, especially with Simon and Haodong in the coaching slot next to I forgot who I think it's Muggle. But yeah, overall, I'm not too surprised outside of Trace. I think Sen, I put them 4th, but I knew for a fact like if they got back to like in form, they totally could just be up in this top 3 area. So that's good for them. But now we're moving on to playoffs. All right. Playoffs is fun because I tweeted about this like when I saw the draw. This might be the unluckiest and worst draw for champs ever, just because all the teams are regional matchups outside of Sen DRX. And who do I think wins this matchup? It's going to be Sentinels. I think DRX are good with the comps they make up, but Sen now look like they're actually back on form. Do I have them making far this bracket? I have no idea. I don't think so. I like to think they don't make it too far in the bracket, but they totally could just, as long as they play the same, like the regular comps they know, and they actually like know how to play those comps. I think they actually play really, really well because they look really on form. Trace EDG, I just feel like in every China matchup, EDG comes out on top. I don't know, but I want to say Trace just because they look a lot more disciplined compared to EDG, if that makes sense. I think EDG still look good. I'm gonna say Trace. G2 Love and going G2. I'm a G2 believer like through and through, just because like ever since the guard days, I'm a big G2 believer ever since they had like Net and Tex and before that side player, right, on the guard. So I'm just a big G2 believer. If anything that showed me during Lev Trace is that Lev, if they don't game plan right, they just don't look like a good team. Like I was watching Sliggy do the watch party for Lev Trace, and Sliggy had a read where Trace like did the same things every time in Sunset, and like Lev conceded so many defensive rounds to them. Like I think it was like a 5-0 start for Trace on offense, when the offense's game plan for Trace was like the 5-mana site, and barely do any like mid pressure. So I think if G2 can just like make a game plan, if Lev don't game plan against G2, I think G2 just wins it. It's also a best of 3. And the last time I think these two played was a best of 5, and Lev I think toppled that. I forgot if it was 3-0 or even 3-2 or 3-1. But yeah. Heretics Fnatic is interesting. I think my heart tells me Fnatic, but I'm gonna go Heretics. Do I have a reason? I'm not really too keen on it. I think both of these teams look really good. I just think Heretics look a lot more together, if that makes sense. If we can check Heretics bracket. Yeah, I think they actually no. I might actually say Fnatic. But I'm going Heretics. I think I have to stick my gut. I'm sticking my gut and say Heretics. I think they look better than Fnatic at the moment. Okay, I will do lower bracket first. I want to say EDG really, really bad. I think EDG over DRX because I think Mako is good as a IGL, but I think nobody out IGLs Mako here. Like DRX have good players, but I think EDG will look better. And then Lev, I really don't want to say Lev here. I want Lev to win, but sometimes when they just don't play right, they don't play right at all. So I might say I think I give this to but like the thing is I don't want Fnatic to go out first is like the only thing. I'm gonna say Fnatic because I want to be proven wrong. And same thing for here. I like both these teams equally. I'm a big Mako fan. I think Mako is the one reason I got into controller like heavy, and then EDG is just EDG. All right, upper bracket. Sen Trace, I have to give this a Sen. I just don't think they'll lose against Trace. Trace, oh no, but like Trace is really cracked as the only issue, I feel like. I want to do bold predictions, but I want to do also like kind of realistic ones. But to be fair, right? I don't even think I'm getting finished top 50%. I'm keeping it honest. Does top 22% rank? Yeah. Because also I think a lot of the Chinese teams, once they make it into the playoff bracket, sometimes they just like fall off immediately for some reason. But I'm gonna give this to Sen. They should perform better than Trace. I think Kai versus Zekin on Jet is gonna be really tough, and then Feng Zekin should be favored for Zekin. Yeah, this should be a Sen win. G2 Heretics is also 50-50. I'm just gonna keep going G2, just I'm a G2 fan. I'm a G2 fan through and through, mostly guard though. Mostly like the guard core. I like Leaf and Icy. I just been following this roster since the guard days. And I'm gonna put G2 into finals. No. I don't know. I'm gonna put G2 through fully. They entered Seoul and they didn't look that bad outside of Icebox. I think if they fix Icebox, they look good. I literally think that's it. If they fix the Icebox, I think they're a good team. Or just perma Icebox, honestly. Yeah. I don't know, cause I really don't know. I'm gonna be bold here, put Trace over Fnatic and put EDG over Heretics. Just be oh no, I'm gonna put Heretics over EDG. Do I go bold fully? Do I just go do I ride the wave? I kind of want to just be a bold predictor. I saw the biggest thing I saw is Trace looked good. I think Trace 2-0 both, no 2-1 both their series because they just they just crashed on Sunset every time. I think if they start just removing Sunset from their map pool or fixing it, then they could look really, really good. So I'm gonna put Fnatic over. And I think Heretics win the rematch. I think Heretics beats Sen. I think Heretics beat G2. As much as I'm a G2 believer, I think every time G2 have played a BO5 so far, it hasn't really gone their way. And I know for a fact the last time these two played, G2 would beat them every single time until like the best of fives came in. I think this is the one championship that Heretics will be able to get. Because they have their full roster. It's all a matter of can Minibu step up to the plate a lot more, just because I think in the first series he didn't look too great. So I like, unfortunately, as an NA person, I have to, as a person from the Americas, I have to give it to EMEA trophy. But I think this is both like a bold and like a semi-realistic bracket, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because I feel like Sen could totally just bomb out immediately after looking really, really good. DRX could just go on a run with how good like their comps are looking. Trace could totally just bomb out for looking really, really good in groups. G2 could bomb out even too. Especially if they lose against Lev, because I think if G2 lose here, they play Fnatic. And Fnatic are just a good team in general. I think I'll stick with this. I'm gonna stick with my gut. I don't think I'll change it. I'm gonna try my best not change this. I'm gonna be a firm cheerer for Trace and G2 for sure. I kind of want to see like, I want to see how far Sen make it. Obviously, I want to see how far EDG make it. I want to see if Lev can even just show up. Yeah, I think that's my pick'ems. I think that's my entire bracket. Sorry I've been making too much content. I will try my best to. College is coming up, so I have to go back into that. But I'll try to sneak content throughout. A 14-minute pick'em video is crazy though. I'll see you guys at some point.